Okay, in this video, I'm going to be talking about PNP transistors. Before you continue on, right, you should have knowledge on the normal NPN transistors. And if you don't, I have a video on it, so you should go and check that out. Okay, so um, yeah, there is a different kind of transistor than the main best most normal, most super transistor, the NPN transistor. And there's a difference. There's a different type. It's the PNP transistor. Um, so before I go into what the difference is, let me show you how to spot the NPN transistor and how you spot the PNP transistor. So just by looking at this, right? Can you tell me which is which? This here in front of me, these two transistors, one is an NPN, one is a PNP. Tell me which is which. You can't, right? Yes. Which is why they should remove PNP transistors. Okay, anyway. Basically, this is the NPN and this is the PNP. Okay. How you can tell is that you see in this circle bit here with the lines, and you see this arrow. The arrow, when it's exiting this vertical bar, this bar, when it's exiting is NPN. And for the PNP, when it enters the bar, then it's PNP. Yeah, that's how you differentiate it. So it's actually a very minute detail. Um, so you need to be extra careful, and you should spot it. All right. Another thing to note is that usually the line with the arrow is the emitter pin. Then the rest you can assign them obviously because you should know the rest of the pins. So yeah. Okay, so what does the PNP transistor do? Well, it is the exact same as the NPN transistor. It's just a bit different. So here are the properties of the transistor, the PNP transistor. So the emitter is here, the base is here, and the collector is here. What's different is that normally in a PNP transistor, in the collector you maybe have a load and then you have power or something. But in this transistor, your power actually comes from here. It actually goes like this. Also in your NPN transistors, usually you have your input here, but in this case, it actually goes out like this. The current flow does not go in like this, it goes like this. And then your collector, it goes out like that. That's the key difference with the NPN transistor and the PNP transistor. Um, oh, and there's another property with transistors. In between the base pin and the emitter pin, it acts as a diode. So in the PNP transistor, it actually acts as a diode this way. And that's present in the PNP transistor as well. It's just that the polarity of the diode is changed. So it goes this way now, not allowing current to flow this way. Yeah. Okay. Also in the NPN transistor, we have this equation, IE equals to IB plus IC, is the same here. And we also have DC current gain is equals to IC divided by IB for the NPN transistor, and it's the same for the PNP transistor. So that's pretty much it. However, I have a little example to show you how the PNP transistor works if you're still a little confused. So I have this circuit set up here with this input. This is a PNP transistor, and this diode as an output. So I'm going to go through the two states of this circuit, which is when the switch is closed and when the switch is open, and I'll show you how the current flows. Alright, so now we look at this state first. The switch is open, okay, and in this case, current actually can't flow through here. So it does not even get past the PNP transistor, so that's the end of this state. Yeah, and the LED does not turn on. Now let's look at the next stage, which is the switch is closed. Now in this case, the current can flow, and so it does. The current flows. The current flows through here, and the current flows through here. So yeah, and it powers the LED. So that's just a very, very simple example. Yeah. Actually, this is a little bit wrong because, I mean, no, it's not wrong. It's just that this, you won't see this in an actual practical setting because there should be a there should be a resistor here. There should be a resistor here. Then the switch, right? Yeah. So the current from the power supply is going to be very large. It's going to be very large, huh? And then it's going to still be quite large here, but then the current that flows through here is a bit less. Yeah. So that just protects, because this is connected to itself, right? If there's no resistor, it'll kind of just like short circuit and explode. I mean, I guess there is a diode here. There is a diode here. But, I mean, yeah, okay. The resistor helps, yeah. Okay, so that is PNP transistors. They're kind of goofy though. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, cause yeah. Alright.